Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to close out my budget in every dollar for the month of August. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing below. I hope you all are having a super fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you see this video. I have quite a few transactions that I need to get logged, and let me just go ahead and get started. I need to categorize the rest of my income from YouTube. So I need to drop that 201.62 there. And I'm going to change my plan. I have seen some people who they don't, but I think this is a individual preference thing for me. And I find it easier to keep up with everything when I change the plan to match whatever I did. So that way I know what I got going on up here left to budget. So I have 293.12 left to budget. So the next thing I want to do is I want to update my taxes and my YouTube savings. And I'm actually looking at my paper budget to tell me what to key in here, because you guys know I don't have the best memory. So I'll set aside $60.49 for my taxes. And then, wrong line. For YouTube savings, it's going to be $40.32. I'm about to mess up some stuff. All right, so now I have $192.31 left to budget. So let's get down here into these bills. I did pay my utility bill, and I'm going to edit this transaction because it was actually 178. So I did pretty good, even though it was hot. It's one of the things I really like when it comes to utilities. And I know in Memphis, we get all our stuff wrapped up into one, but you also don't have any bargaining power. And so it is what they say it is. And so here you guys have seen me dragging and dropping, but you also can select this drop down and choose your bucket here, and it'll automatically put it into there. So I'm going to track that expense. So that's just another little way. And so you'll see how before that blue line went straight across, and now the blue line is back here and saying I have $97 remaining. So I am going to take that and change the plan to 178 because I want to see that up in my left to budget. And so you know my rule. My rule is that any savings from the utilities is what I roll into the next month that I'm going to use to pay on my debt. And so let me go ahead and create this category down here. And so I'm going to create it like a sinking fund. I'll put from utilities, so that way it won't confuse anybody out there. And then I'm going to put $97 here. Yeah. So now I'm back to 192.31. And I hope everything is going well for you guys. Haven't heard when I'm returning to work. Company overall is at 18% that are at the office working. So I know I need to go back in the last wave. And so I did buy one more tank of gas. That was $13. And so I have $73.22 left. Let's see what I spent for the month. I only spent $26.78. I haven't been anywhere. And I think somebody took one of my turns. I think one of my kids took one of my turns. So that's why my gas is so low. Got a little help there. And anything from my other categories, those are just going to be saved in my account. It's going to be part of the cushion. And so I do have something that goes into the pocket category. So for Etsy, I spent $34.17. And I also have a journal right here next to me where I write down all of my transactions. And so checking all the stuff to make sure I document what I spent. So out of my personal, what did I spend? I spent $84.17. And so this is what I meant by every month, that when I may deposit $50 for my Etsy purchases, but sometimes I don't always use everything that I put in. And so I'm going to drop this down to $84.17. Excuse me, y'all. My shoulders get to hurting. And let's drop down to the auto insurance. I did get that. That turned out to be, so I'm going to edit, that's my guide code. I'm going to edit that to 9202. And that came out today, 8/31. And so I'm just going to save it to show you guys something. So when you don't select like a category to put it in, you have to drag and drop. But you can also just select from that drop down and it'll put it in the right bucket. And so I spent $92.02 here. And so I have $289.34 left to budget. So that's going to be some nice, well, all of that's not going to be savings. I forgot about my student loans. I was about to get really excited. 1237 is one of the loans I paid off this month. 635 was my payment on FedLoan N, $100.81. That's my payment on FedLoan N. So now you see how I planned $26.52.17, but I actually paid $28.01.80. So I'm going to go here and put $28.01.80. And so that left me with $139.71. I had quite a bit of savings this month. The gas was a big one for me. Car insurance, that was $7 there, $1 in the renter's insurance. My pocket money, I didn't spend all of that, which is always good. But yeah, my internet from 150 to 116, that was another area. And I did see my cell phone bill for September, and it looks like my bill has gone up from, I think it was $64.65. It's now going to be $69.18. So I thought it was from me streaming when we had a power outage, and we had like a bunch of rolling power outages and sometimes internet outages and all that, all the stuff. So what I'm going to do is take this $139.71. I am going to find my cushion, which is right here, and I'm just going to stick it right in there at 139. Did I put 130? 139.71 there. And so that just sits in my account. And because we never know when something's going to happen, because crap happens, like my son fracturing his right index finger. And he may need me to pay for something, but so far so good, he's paid for all his expenses. But so what I'm going to do is take that rollover from the utilities. I'm going to plug that in here. And that was $97. And so that 97 left to budget is not true, because what we're going to do next is we're going to put $97 to my student loans. And so that's going to zero itself out in the month of September. The rest is just going to sit in that cushion. So I hope that all makes sense how I do that. Some of these other categories is going to change, like my savings from my cash envelopes. I'm going to raise that up because I did really good shopping this past Sunday. But that'll give me a little extra money to put to my debt. My goal is to save $50. So in order to motivate me, I go ahead and claim it in the next month's budget. And so I'm very goal oriented. as a person, and so this helps. So I am going to get out of this page here and then open up in FedLoan. Well, I just realized I did something wrong. I forgot to check what my percentage paid to debt for August was. So I'm a little bit disturbed right now. It's like, oh, the order of things. But let me get into FedLoan N19. I'm checking to see if 17 is showing paid in full and not yet. So 3535.44 is the balance as of today. And so after my next payment, not this one, the $97 one, the one that's going to come from my paycheck number one. I forgot how much it was, 800 and something, I believe. Or was it 700? I don't know. You know what? Why don't I stop guessing? The journal is right here. The keeper of all the secrets. 824. So yeah, it was the 800 one. So once I'm paid that, then I will finally have this loan underneath what I originally borrowed. Voila. And still my end date is still 9/30/2020. Has not changed to 12/31. It's all good. It's all good. So let's make this payment on this loan. And I hope y'all not hearing some motorcycle out here. I just realized what I was just listening to. $97. Today has been one of those days. I was productive. I got a lot done today, but I'm a little bit worried. I know my son is going to be okay. I'm going to make this payment. Today is the 31st. I know it's not going to clear until September. And so that's how I do my stuff, is how it clears the bank. It clears the bank in September. It's a September transaction. If it clears in August, it's August transaction. This is going to clear in September. It normally takes these about 3 to 4 days to clear my bank account. But yeah, I know my son's going to be okay. He has to go in and get something from work so he can go to an orthopedic doctor and then a treatment plan through there. So now I am going to, I have put in my payment. Sorry, I'm trying to get that off my brain, and maybe that cheer me up, just a little bit. But my payment for $97, I'm putting it in for today, which today is the 31st, which reminds me, tomorrow morning, pay my rent. I need to put that on automatic payment so I don't have to remember anymore. But the next screen is going to show like my checking account. So that's why I don't show that screen anymore. Something about the way it is now, it's showing my bank account information. So I'm going to bring you guys back on the very last screen that has my confirmation number. So that is processed for $97. So I'm going to return to my account summary. I'm a little bit weird when it comes to my transactions. I like to see them showing right down here in the managed payments to show what's upcoming. Oh, there was something I wanted to show you guys. I think that when I was showing you guys what all I had paid to do that year-over-year comparison for my payments for my student loans, I didn't tell you guys specifically. I exported all transactions, but then I filtered out and copied all of my payments to a second tab, because I think there might have been some confusion whether I paid off $40K or not. I did. Here's my payment history, and so you can see right here, $40,223.86. I'm like a dead smack in the screen and still can't read it. But yeah, I did. 20K was done this year in 2020. How awesome. But yeah, 20 was done this year. And the other 20 was 2019 back to 2013. So yeah, I did. So yeah, but I'm going to go back to every dollar because I want to see how much my income from the month of August went to that. You guys who have been watching me for a long time know I make it a goal to try to get to 50%. I want 50% of my income going to my debt because I need to get out of debt as quickly as possible. And I hope I said that right because it was 40,000 that went to my interest, not to my interest, to my principal, and 20,000 of that was paid this year. That's what I was trying to say, to the interest, because total I paid 60 something thousand. But yeah, I don't think I explained that well when I did the spreadsheet, where it explained that I separated transactions and only gathered just my payments because there are some other things that go on and that adds to the balance, like capitalized interest. Okay, so what I'm in here doing, I'm just trying to see what the percentage is. You guys know that I like to pay 50% of my income. That's my goals. Put 50% of my income to my debt. And so let me click on that little pie chart there. And yes, I have paid 50% of my income to debt. So I paid 2801. I'm going to write that because I got to update all my debt trackers and stuff. 2801. So I'm super, super happy. And y'all pray for my son. Pray that, the rest of this thing with his finger is very straightforward. If everything goes well and he doesn't need anything, it looks like I'm going to be under 49K by the end of September. But that might change if he needs any financial help from me paying for things. He has his savings and stuff. And so far, so good. He's been paying for everything out of his pocket. And yeah, so I'm like trying to learn how to turn off helicopter mom and let him handle the business while I'm support, because he never remembers what antibiotics he's allergic to. But anyway, I did that. So yay, I paid 50% to my debt this month because it's August still. But technically for me, since I get paid today, this is the first day of September for me. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. And thank y'all so much for your support. I appreciate you all oh so much. And thank you guys for reaching out to the other channels and supporting them too. Yeah, what's it? Budgeting D? No, Debt Free D. I'm so sorry. Debt Free D and Thrifty Asian were two of the people that shouted me out. So I'm trying to make sure that I also pay it forward. But thank y'all so much. And y'all have a super fantastic day. But yay, 50% went to that. And we're going to see what September has in store. Y'all have a great one. Bye.